You're watching East Midlands Today here on the BBC, and now a special report on how Stamford Hall, near Loughborough, is treating the military victims of coronavirus. Hundreds of service personnel have been referred to the rehab centre, among them frontline troops. And today, our cameras were allowed inside to see how it's helping casualties of the pandemic get back to fighting fitness. This exclusive report from our social affairs correspondent, Jeremy Ball.
How do you get back to fighting fitness when you're struggling for breath? This is Stamford Hall's post-COVID recovery course. But it's not just about physical health, it's about coping mentally too. Sarah caught COVID while she was working as an RAF instructor.
With long COVID, you do get quite sort of brain foggy. Everyday things like cooking, mowing the lawn, that's become a bit of a bugbear for me. Cleaning the house, that sort of thing. You can't do any of that without having a break. And I've been joking that I bringing back the nana nap, making that cool again.
Michael was treating COVID patients as a Royal Navy doctor. That's until he was hit by the virus too.
I came here thinking that after 2 weeks I'd be able to run again and things. That wasn't going to be the case. And I think that a lot of people in the military put pressure on themselves to carry on. That's not going to make you better in the long run. It's been revolutionary in terms of my lifestyle and learning about myself and what my limitations are, but also what I can do in the future.
In another part of Stamford Hall, the COVID recovery service, Ollie's demonstrating how they're checking former COVID patients for long-term organ damage. They've tested over 200 military patients here, all of them with persistent COVID symptoms. It's about checking if they're fit to go back to work. The youngest was just 17 years old.
Superb effort. Keep it going, Ollie. Come on.
The majority of research projects that have come out of the NHS tend to focus on older patients and patients with pre-existing medical conditions, whereas what we're able to offer is a better idea of a young, fit, working age population. So any information that we're able to gather from the way they've responded to coronavirus could add something different for that population in the NHS.
When Stamford Hall opened 3 years ago, the focus was casualties of war. Who would have predicted then that they'd be treating casualties of a pandemic?
We're an organisation that evolves and changes to what we're faced, and this programme is helping to save military careers. So this is a programme for patients who often they're sick at home. I looked at 55 patients and 92.7% of them were back in work at the 3-month point.
They might be young and fit, but it's still a long road to recovery. And for some, this is about coming to terms with life changing forever.
I feel like I've got a plan going forward, and that feels like there's a light at the end of the tunnel where there wasn't one before.